Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, March 23, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Utah Jazz vs Boston Celtics. The Utah Jazz and Boston Celtics meet Wednesday in NBA action at the TD Garden. The Utah Jazz look for a win after winning 5 of their last 8 games. The Boston Celtics look for a win after winning 9 of their last 10 games. Our first pick is Boston Celtics, -5.5. And here is why. The Utah Jazz are averaging 114.1 points on 47.2% shooting and allowing 107.4 points on 45% shooting. Donovan Mitchell is averaging 25.7 points and 5.5 assists, while Bojan Bogdanovic is averaging 18.1 points and 4.3 rebounds. Jordan Clarkson is the third double-digit scorer, and Rudy Gobert is grabbing 14.8 rebounds. The Utah Jazz are shooting 36.5% from beyond the arc and 77.6% from the free throw line. The Utah Jazz are allowing 34.2% shooting from deep and are grabbing 46.5 rebounds per game. The Celtics have knocked off their last 4 consecutive Western Conference opponents. They're dominating on defense, and the team is shooting red hot from the floor. They have scored 124+ points in each of their last 3 games. Utah hasn't been nearly as scary offensively on the road this season. Just look at their disappointing showing at Brooklyn against a Nets team constantly struggling to get defensive stops. They still managed to hold the Jazz to 106 points and 44.6% shooting. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to keep the Jazz on their heels throughout this matchup with the Celtics, clearly doing their best work at home. The Celtics are 28-12 at the TD Garden this season, while the Jazz continue to lag behind on the road with a 19-16 record. Bogdanovic is a major loss as well for a Jazz team that won't be able to win on boards alone. This is a right place and wrong time sort of situation for Utah with the way the Celtics are cooking right now. I'm laying the points. And our second pick is under 221. And here is why. The Boston Celtics are averaging 109.7 points on 45.7% shooting and allowing 103.6 points on 43% shooting. Jason Tatum is averaging 26.8 points and 8.2 rebounds, while Jaylen Brown is averaging 23 points and 3.3 assists. Marcus Smart is the third double-digit scorer, and Al Horford is grabbing 7.6 rebounds. The Boston Celtics are shooting 34.7% from beyond the arc and 81.5% from the free throw line. The Boston Celtics are allowing 33.6% shooting from deep and are grabbing 46.4 rebounds per game. Golden State Warriors vs Miami Heat. The Golden State Warriors and Miami Heat meet Wednesday in NBA action at the FTX Arena. The Golden State Warriors look to snap a 3-game losing streak. The Miami Heat look for a win after winning 6 of their last 9 games. Our first pick is MIA Heat -7. And here is why. The Golden State Warriors are averaging 111.2 points on 46.9% shooting and allowing 105.2 points on 43.8% shooting. Stephen Curry is averaging 25.5 points and 6.3 assists, while Klay Thompson is averaging 18.1 points and 3.9 rebounds. Jordan Poole is the third double-digit scorer, and Andrew Wiggins is grabbing 4.5 rebounds. The Golden State Warriors are shooting 36.1% from beyond the arc and 76.3% from the free throw line. The Golden State Warriors are allowing 33.9% shooting from deep and are grabbing 45.5 rebounds per game. Life without Stephen Curry looks a lot tougher than the Golden State Warriors might have envisioned. Last night they managed to put up just 90 points against one of the worst teams in the NBA, the Orlando Magic, as they lost by 4 points on the road. Jordan Poole did his part with 26 points, but the team shot just 40% from the field, and that simply won't cut it, even against a team ranked 14th in the East. The Warriors have now won just once in 6 road games, and against Eastern Conference teams they've covered only twice in their last 7 outings. Miami didn't inspire a ton of confidence in their last game either, as they lost to a Philadelphia 76ers team which rested both Joel Embiid and James Harden. Therese Maxey was just too much to handle for Miami. It's not often you see a team shoot 50% against this Heat defense, but the Sixers did just that. Miami had both Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo at their disposal, but they just fell short. Tonight is a good opportunity to bounce back though, and they've done well against the Warriors lately, covering in 5 of the last 6 home games, while against Western Conference teams, they are 10-3 in their last 13. The Warriors haven't been all that great on the road, covering in just 15 of 34 games, and without Steph, they are not even close to their potential. If they struggled so much scoring against Orlando last night, I don't see how they can be a threat to Miami. Go with the home team to cover. And our second pick is under 214. And here is why. With the playoffs just around the corner, this could be a good test for both teams to see where they are at defensively. The Heat are coming into the game ranking only 27th in pace of play, and facing an elite defensive squad like Golden State, they could try a more half-court oriented defense. This being a second half of a back-to-back for Golden State, they might opt to rest a few guys, with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green being the candidates for that. They scored just 90 points against Orlando last night, and they might not do much better against a team ranked 4th in defensive efficiency. Go with the under. Brooklyn Nets vs Memphis Grizzlies. The Brooklyn Nets and Memphis Grizzlies meet Wednesday in NBA action at the FedEx Forum. The Brooklyn Nets look for a win after winning 6 of their last 7 games. The Memphis Grizzlies look for a win after winning 6 of their last 8 games. Our first pick is Brooklyn Nets minus 2.5. And here is why. The Brooklyn Nets are averaging 112.1 points on 47.3% shooting and allowing 111.8 points on 45.3% shooting. Kevin Durant is averaging 29.4 points and 6 assists, while Kyrie Irving is averaging 27.7 points and 4.7 rebounds. Steph Curry is the third double-digit scorer, and LaMarcus Aldridge is grabbing 5.6 rebounds. The Brooklyn Nets are shooting 35.8% from beyond the arc and 80% from the free throw line. The Brooklyn Nets are allowing 34.2% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.2 rebounds per game. When the Grizzlies beat the Nets in January, Ja Morant had a game-high 36 points and Kyrie Irving wasn't allowed to play. Now, Morant is sidelined with a knee injury, and the Nets will have both Irving and Kevin Durant on the floor together. That's a big problem for Memphis ahead of a matchup against an offensive juggernaut. It's no secret that the Nets are a different team when Irving is on the floor. The Nets were dropping 150 points on the Orlando Magic the last time they had their big two together. Granted, the Grizzlies are sure to put up a much more competitive fight than the struggling Magic, but their defense will get put to the test against 2 of the NBA's greatest scorers. I would be more concerned about the defense for the Nets if Morant was in the lineup, but they won't have to worry about the star guard upstaging them in this game. This meeting will be more about Durant and Irving willing their team to a major victory against the number 2 seeded team in the Western Conference. I'm laying the points on Wednesday. And our second pick is over 236.5 points. And here is why. The Memphis Grizzlies are averaging 114.6 points on 46% shooting and allowing 109.5 points on 45.2% shooting. Ja Morant is averaging 27.6 points and 6.7 assists, while Desmond Bane is averaging 17.8 points and 4.5 rebounds. Dillon Brooks is the third double-digit scorer, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is dishing 1 assist. The Memphis Grizzlies are shooting 34.2% from beyond the arc and 73.1% from the free throw line. The Memphis Grizzlies are allowing 35.3% shooting from deep and are grabbing 49.4 rebounds per game. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.